I gave up my future for him, E. I had plans, bro. College, a whole different life.
Now, this internal CBI power struggle is something that has been a gradual build-up ever since Diamond was released, and that's because Jenard took the reins when Diamond was sentenced to 15 years, where Jenard put his academics, his dreams, and his life on hold to keep the CBI going, and now it's too late to go back to the opposite side of the game, because this is all he's known for half of his life, and he had to learn the hard way by throwing himself in the deep end, and you've seen the battle scars that he suffered in the process, in the form of his cauliflower ear. And then there's also losing loved ones, just like he did with Elijah, and this is why he doesn't want to start anywhere else from scratch. He wants what's his, and that's the CBI. But the problem with Jenard is he's playing with fire, because not only is he going behind his brother's back, but in the process he's picking a fight and starting a war with the one person he shouldn't be fucking with, and that's Tommy Egan. But Diamond is someone who I still think is holding back, and we've not seen this ruthlessness from him just yet. He's shown us he's calm, level-headed, and strategic, but there definitely is this rage inside him if someone can trigger it, and it may just be Jenard's betrayal that unleashes Diamond's monster. And let's not forget, he was inside for 15 years, and he wouldn't have survived if he made enemies like Rojas, for example, because Diamond was the one who put him in this wheelchair. But as always, with this character analysis breakdowns, we're going to run through the 48 laws of power, and we're going to focus on 4 in this video, starting with how Jenard's been using a mixture of Law 3, which is concealing his intentions, as well as Law 35, which is mastering the art of timing. Now, Jenard's been concealing his intentions ever since the beginning, and he could tell that Diamond had a different vision for the CBI than he did, and now it's coming to fruition, because where Jenard wants to put everything behind this new drug Dhalia, Diamond is still cautious. But with Jenard concealing his intentions early on, he was trying to make sure when he makes his move, there is no way Diamond can counter his play. And one way you can do this is by making plays which they have no time to react to. For example, when Diamond went to make the deal with the Yardies with Tommy and Vic Flynn, the police were hot on their tails, and that's because it was obvious it was Jenard who tipped them off, because he wants to get rid of Jenard, which doesn't have a blowback on him, because he needs to make sure he gets rid of Diamond discreetly, where it doesn't look like he's involved, which would allow him to take back control over the CBI. Otherwise, there is no way the CBI soldiers would fall in line and follow Jenard. But Jenard has been waiting patiently for his time, by making sure they're never hiding when they make a plan, by being in plain sight, and he even said he took a dive in their fight, and he's been holding this back and allowing Diamond to make all these decisions and telling him that he's happy to play any small part he sees fit. But behind Diamond's back, he's been slowly plotting and waiting for his opportunity to strike, which I do think has finally come, because where he lost a soldier in Elijah, he's now gained Blackstone, who does seem like he's more loyal to Jenard than Diamond. But in this quest for power, mastering the art of timing is all about being aware of your surroundings, being patient, and looking at all of the signs, and making a move when it'll benefit you in the long run. Just like we've heard Jenard say, he's playing the long game. And this is why we've not seen him making his moves just yet, because he's been waiting for the perfect moment to strike. But now that he's found Marshall's cousin buddy in Gary, he's got a crew of his own, which he never had before, and something else which he never had before was product of his own. But now he's found Dhalia, all he needs to find is a connect and take them down on his way to the mastermind behind it, which of course is Dr. Williams. But standing in his way is Diamond and Tommy. Now Diamond doesn't want to get involved in Dhalia, not yet anyway, and we've seen him be cautious because he doesn't want a repeat of 2006, where bad product led to death of many, including Officer Bennigan's sister, and this is who I also think is holding the gun to Diamond's head in episode 9's trailer. But Tommy is the other man standing in the way of Jenard, and this is a war that has been brewing ever since Tommy started to get in between the CBI brothers, and who knows whether Tommy was getting purposely in between Diamond and Jenard. But you can tell he's never respected Jenard the way he has with Diamond.
Maybe you just sat the fuck back, inherited your big brother's business, and acted like you stacked chips.
So this is one of many factors, along with blaming him for Elijah's death, for why he wants Tommy dead. And we've seen him make the move with Liliana, the drive-by shootout, and with D-Mac. So on the D-Mac situation, when he finds out that he's turned to Team Tommy, this is another issue for Jenard, because along with smoking Tommy, I'm sure he'll also be gunning for D-Mac, and Tommy really does need to keep the secret of D-Mac being his nephew under wraps, because the last thing you want is for Jenard to realize that D-Mac and JP are his family, because then he can target Tommy's weak spot, which is his family, something I went through in my character analysis of Tommy, where he's gone from having nothing to lose to now having everything to lose in D-Mac and JP. And in Jenard's quest for power, I'm sure he'll have no issues taking out anybody who stands in his way, blood relation or not, and attacking someone's weakness is a way you can force someone's hand in this quest for power, which is also another principle of law from the 48 laws of power. So Tommy really will have to do everything he can to protect them, which is why in episode 9's trailer we see him approaching the Serbs, because he needs them for protection. But let's have a look at this from Diamond's perspective in relation to the 48 Laws, because he's someone who doesn't know that Jenard is plotting behind his back. Not yet anyway, but I'm sure with Jenard ready to make his move, at some point Diamond will find out either in episode 9 or 10, and then it's just about how he plays the game. Because from my standpoint, he needs to kill Jenard, and I'm sure we can all expect him to go for Tommy again, just like we saw in the drive-by shootout. But Jenard will do well to learn Law 1 from the 48 Laws of Power, because when you're on this quest to gain this power, trying to eclipse the current boss is a dangerous game to play, because there is a reason why they're in charge and not you. So as Law 1 says, never outshine the master, but Jenard just can't help himself with pushing the Dhalia move, trying to kill Tommy, and he's made no secrets of his wishes to smoke him, even in front of Diamond himself. But this is one of the reasons why Diamond prefers Tommy over his own brother, because he sees a lot of himself in Tommy, where they're both somewhat old heads or experienced in the game, where they built their organizations brick by brick and suffered losses along the way, and they know the cost of doing business. Whereas when we were introduced to Jenard, even though he kept the CBI going for 15 years, it wasn't exactly in the best of places if he was making deal with the Yardies in episode 1. And then fast forward, it doesn't seem like he knows the cost of doing business when Elijah was killed. But why Diamond needs to get rid of his brother is because he is too much of a wild card. He's way too crazy and he can't be controlled. And I liken this character to Kane from Power Book 2 Ghost, because he's showing similar traits of acting first and thinking later, albeit he is much more advanced than Kane. But he is making the same mistake as Kane did, because he is somewhat showing the same obsession with Tommy that Kane did with Tariq. And this is why we need to see Diamond using Law 21, which is play a sucker to catch a sucker, albeit he needs to find out Jenard is plotting behind his back first. But when he does, he needs to make it look like he has the upper hand, and make it look like Jenard is smarter than his older brother. And while he thinks he's 3 moves ahead of Diamond, Diamond will already be 5 moves ahead, and Jenard will never see it coming, because he'll always be thinking he's got Diamond right where he wants him. And do I think Jenard will succeed in overthrowing Diamond? I don't think so. But I don't think it's something that we'll see conclude in Season 1 either. It's definitely something that will rumble on into Season 2, because Jenard is that character you just love to hate. So I do think this story and plot will go on that much longer. But just finishing the analysis on Diamond, one thing we need to come back to with this character is his relationship with Adrian. And this was an important part of the storyline, because where it seemed like Diamond may have dropped his guard, he didn't. He did all his research on her as much as she did on him. And it just shows us that Diamond still has his head on a constant swivel, and this is why Jenard is making a huge mistake. But drop all your thoughts down below and let me know how you see this playing out with Jenard and Diamond in episode 9 and 10. And do you think Diamond needs to kill Jenard? Drop all your comments down below, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 4 Force and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.